EA Sports, within the game.
Yeah, that was a heck of a pass. I mean, you could just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
Here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
14 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Hall again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, Brady. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line into protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin them back here at the 7-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Jets had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Now Wilson on first down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Wilson's throw taken in by Ruckert. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
2nd down and goal. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Jets are called on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for... From midfield, here's Brady. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man at Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
61.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Gets by him at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
To throw is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing... On 2nd and goal, Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ahmad Gardner finishing off the corner blitz. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Jets set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
Let's go now.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Again, Wilson. And now here's another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side,
the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's got room past the 30.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're...
Second down, a run with Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Corey Davis, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Denver's offense ready to go again. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a game. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Brady. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Elliott running right. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. That is caught. It's Uzama.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover